This month, many countries around the world will be spreading awareness on multiple sclerosis, or MS, a disease that affects millions of people worldwide. But what exactly is multiple sclerosis? MS primarily affects the central nervous system, which consists of the brain, spinal cord, and optic nerve. Just about everything you do depends on this system functioning properly, from breathing to moving and even watching YouTube videos. And these actions are all facilitated by neurons throughout your body, cells which we've talked about many times in our previous videos. These neurons are able to send signals all throughout the body at incredible speeds, in part because of the fatty coating that surrounds them, something called myelin or the myelin sheath. This myelin insulates the impulses and allows the nerve signals to reach their destination. However, in the case of MS, this is where the issues occur. The immune system is designed to fight off disease from viruses, bacteria, parasites, or other agents, and does so by distinguishing these things from healthy tissue. But in the case of MS, the immune system ends up attacking the myelin in what is classified as an autoimmune disorder. This process of demyelination can lead to a buildup of scar tissue, hence the word sclerosis. The CNS then becomes unable to send and receive signals properly. Messages traveling along the neurons may be slowed down, distorted, or stopped altogether. Because of the varying locations and nature of demyelination, the symptoms of MS are incredibly diverse. They can range from muscle weakness to decreased coordination, fatigue, vision problems, numbness, or even paralysis, though an MRI scan of the brain to look for lesions or scarring is integral to diagnosis. For some, the symptoms come as acute episodes, while others experience more chronic and permanent symptoms which worsen over time. At this point, no true cause or cure is known. While potential links to environmental factors, viral infections, and genetics have been found, studies are ongoing and not yet conclusive. And while there has been a lot of work towards not only alleviating some of the symptoms but slowing their progression, sadly, these treatments do not work for all MS sufferers. Ultimately, bringing light to this issue in an effort to support and fund research is an incredibly important step to erasing MS. And though many of us will never truly understand the challenges of living with MS, we can work together to raise awareness.
Hi, I'm Mark. During our project, we were able to work with Gwen and Chris Edsel. These two leaders were a great representation on what it means to be a leader. The most important thing that I observed that they did was their flexibility. Both were very passionate about the service that we were doing, and both had been there for many years. When we got there, they were very supportive, very pleased to have us help with the setup, and they were very good at giving direction and explaining about what needed to be done, what tasks needed to be completed, and they were also very personable. Took time to meet every one of us, ask us about our schooling, hobbies, and interests, and continue to do that throughout the day. there were other support leaders there from the same organization that worked under the Edsels, who are also very supportive and very helpful, and just the assembly and all the project goals that we were trying to do. But we had a lot of help, and it was a great experience to go and help set up for this rally that supports such an important cause. So there were a lot of different types of leaders there. I think they all flowed pretty seamlessly with what our mission was. Because leadership is simply the ability to influence and motivate people to accomplishing a goal, and that definitely happened on our project. So it was a privilege to work with this society and trying to support a cure for MS, and we were happy to do it. Thanks.
I'm Sean Hoferkamp, and when a perception is made, there are factors in the perceiver, the target, and the situation. So putting this into context of our project, we showed up to Rolling Oaks Mall in Northeast San Antonio, and it was about 97 degrees on a Friday. And it's a huge parking lot of a mall, and we didn't really know what we'd be doing. We saw these tents, so we went over there, and we met our supervisor for the day, Gwen Edwall, and she immediately told us that she had somebody close to her actually die of MS, and that let us know she was really passionate. Right after that, she put us to work. We were stacking chairs, building fences and bike racks in 97-degree weather, burning our palms, and we all kind of formed the perception that we didn't want to be there, but we reminded it was for a cause greater than ourselves. And Gwen, our supervisor, was being very direct in telling us what to do. And this one other gentleman that didn't even introduce himself, he saw a couple of us struggling putting the bike racks together and while they were burning our hands. And he was like, "Come on, you guys are college kids, figure it out." And he was barely sarcastic. So that kind of grinded my gears and formed a negative perception in me, and I think a couple other team members. But we all just didn't want to be the weak link, because a team is only as strong as your weakest link. I actually didn't even know what MS was until the day after our service, when I decided to look it up. And I knew it was a very horrible disease, and that there's not a cure for it, and it affects millions of people worldwide. But when I actually looked it up, it made me feel really good about going out there on a Friday and working for a greater cause. Because if I had MS, I could literally fall on the ground right now, or go to the bathroom, or just collapse.
The section I did was on diversity in organizations. Diversity is important because it boosts a better reputation for the company, leading to increased profitability and more opportunities for workers. One aspect of diversity that is often overlooked is disabilities. Our project focused on MS. MS affects over 2.3 million people worldwide. It is a long-lasting disease that can affect your brain, spinal cord, and the optic nerves in your eyes. It most often occurs between the ages of 20 and 50 years old. The average age of onset is about 34. It is important to understand disabilities, and it is an important part of diversity training within the workplace. And it's important for managers and employees to know their rights. The Americans with Disability Act prohibits discrimination against individuals with disabilities.
So I was assigned with the chapter of personality and values. Values and personality traits are two dimensions on which people differ. Values are stable life goals. Other important traits for work behavior include self-efficiency, self-esteem, social monitoring, proactive personality, positive and negative affectivity, and locus of control. How personality and values, fit into our project. When we showed up to this event, I'd say that on the personality side, it had us all in our best mood. We were all, I personally went in there not knowing what to expect. And once I got there, I sort of brightened my day just knowing that we were helping these people out, even though it was in the sun. And I feel it went the same for my group. just a sense of happiness, brought out the best personality and allowed us to help these people setting up. I feel that our personalities also came out in the sense that not all group projects are going to be easy because all people are different, and in a way our different personalities could have created conflict, but we did not allow it to, and we stuck together and we made ourselves see eye to eye. So if one of us didn't really agree with what the other person was saying, we tried to work it so that all of us would understand it and all of our opinions got accounted for.
Hi, I'm Sam. I'm very happy to do this service with my group. A positive attitude will make people more interested to work. Staff with a good attitude will allow employees to work more actively. I felt a positive attitude in my work. Every year, thousands of people across the country join the BAC-MS volunteer team. I was really happy to be able to participate in this activity.
For our Passion Service project, we volunteered with the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. We chose the National Multiple Sclerosis Society because we did some research and we found out that they exist because there are many people with multiple sclerosis, and their main vision is a world free of multiple sclerosis. Everything the MS Society does is focused so that people affected by multiple sclerosis can live their best lives as they stop multiple sclerosis in its tracks and restore what has been lost and end multiple sclerosis forever. It's more than an organization. They are a movement united in a collective power to do something about MS now and end the disease forever. It's a gathering place for people with MS, their family, and loved ones, healthcare providers, volunteers, donors, fundraisers, advocates, community leaders, and all of those that seek a world free of MS. MS involves an immune-mediated process in which an abnormal response of the body's immune system is directed against the central nervous system, which is made up of the brain, spinal cord, and optic nerves. It is a horrible, horrible disease. So we decided, what is better than giving back to a group or a organization that helps people fight this autoimmune disease that needs more than just a cure and more than just a preventative action. These people have lost loved ones, and they have lost more than just their livelihood with their family and their family members. The race took place on October 7th and finished on October 8th. The MS one, oh my god,